Hey Yogi, welcome to my channel. My name is Holly or DocHollyHealth. Today we go through an under 30-minute yoga flow, really focused on a strong core, and we throw in some fun poses like eagle in there, so I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started on the mat. Hey Yogi, we're gonna start right into it today on our hands and our knees, so make your way into tabletop. Be sure you are setting it up correctly with your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Find that inner awareness, and then we'll start to move our body and sync our breath with our movement with cat-cows. On the cow belly, drop your rib cage. Start to flare your sit bones out, lift your tailbone, reach your chest through the gateway of your shoulders, kind of hug your elbows back, lift your chest through, gaze forward or gaze up. And as you exhale, we'll go into cat pose. Push through your hands, round your back body, articulating your spine all the way until your tailbone's tucked under and feel your core engaged. Good, and from here, we'll do about 5 more. And feel free to move organically. Listen to your body. Let it feel good. If you want to move side to side, it doesn't actually have to be a perfect cat-cow. Mostly wanting you to connect your mind to your body and to feel good. So any movements are perfect. Last one. Big exhale. Inhale through neutral, so halfway between the two where you're not hammocking your belly and you're not too rounded. Find neutral spine. Engage your lower belly. Step back into plank pose right off the bat. This nice hollow body plank pose, tucking the pubic bone under, nice long tailbone. Push the floor away with your shoulders above your wrist or even a little bit past it. You can see how I'm almost on my tippy toes here, pushing my body weight forward, but I'm not dumping weight into the hands. Ground through your hands, so you're pushing through your knuckles, your fingertips, every surface of your palm pressing down. Good. Lower your knees. 3 more cat-cows. As we warm up into the core, we'll also mobilize our spine to get the balance of strength and mobility, so we feel good in our bodies, not just today, but for long term. Good. Find a neutral spine. Plank round 2. Step back and start going through the little checklist from your feet all the way to your fingertips. Pushing your heels forward to stack over the toe mounds or even drive more forward. Squeeze into the thighs, inner thighs, tuck your tailbone, engage the lower belly, push the yoga mat away like you mean it with purpose. Good. And try to relax all the muscles from your neck up, gazing a few feet in front of you. And can you breathe here? Can you keep the smooth breath like we did in cat-cow, but in your plank? That's the hard part. 1 more breath in. Breath out, lower to your knees. Lower to your belly for some cobras. Pull the hands back, squeeze the elbows. Tops of your feet down, kneecaps lifted and engaged. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower back down. Lifting from the heart center. Try not to squeeze into your glutes, keep them relaxed. Elbows squeezing by your sides. Using the hands for light assistance. 1 more time. Exhale, lower down, push onto your hands and your knees. And find downward facing dog. Curl your toes into the mat. Drive your hips up and back. If you crave a little movement in your down dogs, like I do, pedal out your feet maybe. Bending one knee, straightening the other. Starting to lift the tailbone, you can let your hips shift side to side. Keeping that lower belly in your mind, so you're always keeping protection to the low back. Push the yoga mat away, always lengthening and strengthening through the arms. Never dumping weight down, but charging from your hands. Wrap those triceps in, spiral the biceps forward. Come high onto your toes, bend your knees, glide forward into plank. Drop from your hips, squeeze the elbows, come into modified upward facing dog. Lift the chest, pull the shoulders away from your ears, and then use the lower core to pull the hips back into the high plank pose. Bend your knees, tuck the tailbone, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, come onto the tippy toes, push yourself into that high plank. Inhale as you lower the hips, squeeze the elbows by your side, lift the chest through, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your chin, bend the knees, wave back, using the core, downward facing dog. One more time, high onto the tippy toes, bend your knees, roll forward from plank, inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck back, smoothly transition, downward facing dog. Good job. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, take right knee to right elbow, wacha, forming this tiny little ball. Charge through the back left quad. Flex your right foot, step between your hands. Lower the left knee, unhook the toes. Square the hips forward, tuck the hips under and the rib points down to maintain a neutral low back. And then inhale, sweep the hands up into Kali Mudra, every finger laced together except the index and the thumb. Open your chest. Inhale, gaze up. Find length through your side body, but keep the depth in your hips. Exhale, shift your hips back, straighten your right leg. You might need to push it forward a little bit. Inhale, reach up and forward. Exhale, take your fingertips on either side of the right leg or palms or a yoga block. If you have tighter hamstrings, keep a little bend to the knee. If not, find your length, but stay activated. Push the heel down, bring it back towards your body so that you're activating into the hamstring, telling your body, hey, I'm useful. That way it's just a smart way to find length in your body. You get more flexible when the body thinks we can use our flexibility there. Good, keep the left hand down. Inhale, sweep the right arm to the sky for a twist, but keep wrapping that right hip down and left hip forward. Inhale, look up. And then we're gonna transition into a side plank here, a modified side plank. So really ground through the left hand and the back left knee. Pick the right foot up, step it back. And now you have found yourself in a modified side plank. Check to make sure you don't have a back bend or you're not opening your hips. You wanna find that frontal hip point tuck. So I'm tucking my frontal hip points toward my rib points, keeping my rib points stacked, stacking my shoulders, stacking my hips. Strengthen through the right foot and the left hand, that you can get light on the left knee and step it back to a full side plank on your left foot. Push the floor away, corkscrew that left shoulder blade on your back, push the body away from the floor. Go through your checklist for activation, maybe gaze up. And exhale, take the right hand down, find a full plank, squeeze into your core, lower through chaturanga, inhale for upward facing dog, exhale for downward facing dog. Awesome job. Inhale, sweep the left leg up to the sky, keep the hips square. Look forward as you inhale, come onto the right tippy toe, left knee to nose, find that tiny little ball as you squeeze into the right thigh. Gently flex the left foot, step between your hands, lower the right knee, interlace the hands in Kali Mudra, and find your hips square to the front. Once they are and you have activations through that right glute, depress them towards the floor. Find your depth, your foundation in your legs, then grow out through the side body, armpits away from your hips, starting to look up. Keep the ribs down as you spread out the chest. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the left leg, screw it forward a little bit, reach forward, down and in over the left leg. Think of reaching out from your low back with that nice lift of your heart center forward before you lower into the stretch. Lengthening forward, tune back into your breath, reset your breath every time as you inhale and exhale into depth. Now come onto the right hand, keep your hips square, a little bit of squeeze in your inner thighs, down in your left heel, sweeping that left arm up. If you've got the balance and your stability, you can start to bring the right eye towards the left hand. Good, maybe a smile. That helps too. And then find so much grounding and gripping through the right hand that you can use your core to sweep that left leg back like we did on the other side to come into this modified plank on the right. Should have mentioned you can always stay in the modified version. You can always stay with this knee down. Just work on closing the core. By that I mean tucking the hip points under, drawing the ribs down so you feel that core contraction. You feel the grounding of your right hand. This is so much shoulder stability too. If you've got that, pick up the right foot, step it back. You can have the left foot in front of the right or have them stacked, as long as you can tune in and connect to your core. Maybe a little chin tuck. And we hold here, going through and making sure we're not getting lazy in any of our muscles, but we're keeping them tight and working, except for the muscles in your neck. And as you exhale, come through your plank, shift forward, your chaturanga, upward facing dog to your downward facing dog. Amazing. Pedal it out if you need to. This is your reset. Reset where your hands are, your feet are. Reset your breath and connect inwards. Every time you're in a down dog, it's the opportunity to notice how you're doing without judgment. Inhale the right leg to the sky. This time you can bend the knee and open the hip. Keep that right armpit down, equal pressure from right to left hand. And then take the right knee, right elbow, swoop forward. Good, inhale, bend the knee, open the hip. And then take it back around, right knee, right elbow. Exhale, cultivate your core. Inhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, connect right knee to right elbow. Gently step between your hands. Come onto your fingertips. Squeeze into the left thigh. Wrap the right hip back, the left hip forward. And then hover your fingertips off the floor. You can have a little bend to your back left knee as you hinge up into your crescent lunge so that you can keep the squareness and safety to your sacrum. As you come into crescent, hands can be in heart center, relax the shoulders. Good. From here, shift your body forward, come light onto the left tippy toes, weight fully into the right leg, find your warrior three, lightly picking up the left leg, spiral your left inner thigh to the sky, pinky toe towards the floor, charge it back for elongation, lift your heart forward for a nice flat back. Good, and then come knee to your chest and standing. And now we're gonna find eagle, wrapping the legs. Wrap your left leg once or twice around your right leg and then square the hips back off. Engage into your core, nice long tailbone, then right hand over the left. Maybe 1 or 2 reps if you fall out of it, like I just did. Hey, you're human. Find a dristy, a focal point in front of you, and that can also really help to maintain our stability and our focus. Good, untangling the left leg. Bend the right knee as the left leg draws back. Gently step onto the left toes and then come with that foot at a 45. Enter humble warrior. Take the right shoulder inside the right thigh, and with conviction, with core control, lower down. Find your humble warrior. Inhale, rise, square the hips off. You can lift the arms into warrior one. Now we can have those open ribs where we have the core loose, or we can control by narrowing the rib cage, pointing up the hip bones. Now you're connected to your core. Inhale, gaze up, reach out the fingertips. Exhale, Vinyasa, hands on either side of the right foot. Big step back through plank, shift forward. Slow lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Breath in through the nose. Breath out through the nose. Inhale the left leg to the sky, bend your knee, open your hip, keep squaring the left armpit down. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, wacha. Inhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Really work on, always finding my plants back here. Work on squaring through the left armpit, and then take it left knee, left elbow. Hold, pause, create that tension, and then flex into your foot. Step between your hands. Feet are on 2 tracks. Hug the left hip back, really reaching that right hip point forward as you engage into your lower body muscles. Lift lightly at the fingertips, hovering your chest. And then use that to hinge up, maybe a soft bend to the back right knee if that's needed. If it's not, you can straighten into it. As long as you can keep your stance, and we can either grow tall in the hands or keep them in prayer pose, whatever feels better for your shoulders. Listen to your energy, listen to your body. This is about you, I'm just a guide, right? And you can take the hands back into prayer if they're not already. As we find warrior 3, shift forward over the left thigh, come really light onto the right tippy toes until you can push all the weight into the left foot and get really light and lift that back right leg. Push down in the left big toe, option to keep a slight bend to the left knee or straighten it. And then find that right pinky toe towards the floor, charge it back so it stays nice and activated, and then push through your left leg, bring the right knee to your chest, and carefully find eagle legs, wrap once or wrap twice, and then take the left arm over the right, lengthen out the tailbone, bring the elbows out and away from you, spreading out the shoulder blades. These wooden planks are a little wobbly underneath my yoga mat. It's good, it's an extra challenge, extra perturbations. And then keep the bend to the left knee, untangle, shoot the right leg back, carefully set down the right big toe, and then come onto the foot at a 45-degree humble warrior. Keep the eagle arms, dive your body inside the left leg, drop the crown towards the floor as low as you can keep the form. This is an act of service, an act of love for your body, for this earth. Push through your feet, rise, come into warrior 1, and then you can rise from the side body, lifting the pinkies forward and the thumbs back. Tighten up into your core, but still find the breath. Mostly on the exhales, it's about cultivating the core. On the inhale, still let the diaphragm expand, and on the exhale, regather. Vinyasa, exhale, hands on either side of the left foot. You can always skip it if that's what you need at this moment. Good, exhale, draw it back, downward facing dog. Come high onto the toes, bend the knees, roll into the high plank. Good. And now one arm at a time, carefully lower into forearm plank. Stay strong on the right forearm. Come onto the outer blade of the right foot, inside of the left. Forearm Vashisthasana on the right. Tuck that right hip point under. You can hold, or if you want more, dip the hips, raise the hips. Little dip, little rise to the sky. So it's just this right side body dipping and lifting. It's small. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I know these are hard. 5, 4. I feel it too. Let's do it together. Last one. Come onto forearm plank. Push the shoulder blades apart, high onto the tippy toes. Outer blade of the left foot, inside of the right. Find your core, the stacking of your joints, the activity through your forearm, so you're not dumping, you're pushing the shoulder away from the earth. And then just the hips drop, little bit, and rise. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down onto both forearms. Recenter, recultivate the lower belly, inner thighs. Nice long tailbone. Dip the hips to the right, center, left, center. 5. Really slow and controlled. Make sure you're not poofing out your core. You're firming in, hollow body. 3. Push the shoulder blades away. 2. Strong hands. And 1. Good. Lower onto your knees. Find Sphinx Pose on your forearms. Inhale, lift the chest through the gateway of the shoulders. Exhale, drop your chin to your chest. That feels good. Roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Stretch out the left side of your neck. Duck your chin back down. Left ear, left shoulder. Stretching out the right side of your neck. Tuck your chin back down. Find neutral. Pull the hands back. Shift your body back. And then sit in the center of your mat. Make your way all the way onto your back. Control with your core. Knees to your chest. Rock side to side. Feels good. Nice little break after that work. And tangle into eagle. Right leg crosses over the left leg. Once or twice. Left arm over the right. We're gonna do eagle crunches. Inhale, lift the legs, long arms above your head. Exhale, connect elbow to knee, connect rib to hip. 10 per side. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Feel the burn. Last one. Switch your legs. Ba-doom. Switch your arms. Right arm on top, left leg on top. Crunch inward, reach outward. Elongate, contract. So let's call this 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep your chin tucked, work in your core. 5, breathe out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to your chest. Relax your head onto the mat, rock side to side. Good. Set your feet down where you can just graze them with your fingertips, shoulders away from your ears. Let's do a nice bridge pose, lifting the hips. You can clasp your hands below your back and walk your shoulder blades more together. Still keep a little squeeze to your inner thighs, or take your hands to your low back to lift your hips even a little bit higher. We also want to stretch into our core as much as we strengthen into it. So let this feel good. It's so deserving. Breath in, breath out. Lower back down. Now take the left knee to your chest, straighten out the right leg. For our final twist, left knee across your body, Tuck the right hip back under so the hips are stacked. Open that left arm like a book. Gaze back at the left fingertips. Relax your body, you did the work. Now find the harmony of the rest, the slowing back down of the breath, the release of control, and that full inflation of your breath into your side body, into your ribs as you take a breath in. Breath out to release completely. One more breath on this side. Inhale. Twist into it. And slowly back to center, knees to chest. Great big hug, moment of gratitude for your body. Right knee stays in, left leg straightens. Cross your body, tuck your hip back. Open the right arm. We want to keep the right knee grounded so that we can really open up through the right chest and right shoulder. So it's not actually quite touching the ground on this side. We're hovering and breathing into the area, creating space in our ribs, through our side body, through our vertebrae as we take every inhale. It's nourishing for our body. Every exhale to relax and release. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center, knees to chest. Make your way there. This would be a great time if you have the time. Be honest with yourself if you can make it. Take Savasana, release your body out, and lie flat on the floor. If you're moving on, slowly make your way up into seated. Before you go, if you haven't subscribed yet, join the RX Yoga family. Subscribe to my channel below and let me know if you liked this video. We put new videos out every Wednesday and Friday. I'm so grateful and honored to have guided you today, and I can't wait to see you next time, Yogi. Namaste. Oh my goodness, I am so excited to share with you Yoga for the Executive. Yoga for the Executive is the exact program you need to start becoming that person who is physically active, hit those physical results, and most of all, combat those adaptations we get and the declines in our health from sitting at the computer and working for 8 hours a day. It's really taking a toll, and we're gonna see it someday, and nobody wants to be the person who is a hunchback and can't even enjoy their success because it's going to lead to body pain if we don't start doing the work yesterday. I'm Holly. I'm your doctor of physical therapy, yoga instructor. I know the body backwards and forwards, so I've got for you the exact desk stretches you need. We're gonna do them together every day, super brief. The exact yoga that's for all levels to be done in the morning, 10 to 20 minutes. There's so much more. We have the pre and post flight routine, how to combat jet lag. If you're a working person, this is for you. And part of you is really curious, what would happen if you actually stuck to it? If you actually decided to be somebody that moves, somebody that exercises every day, instead of just struggling to stay consistent or wondering if you're doing the right thing. Maybe you've hired a trainer before and didn't really feel safe. So that's why you should get a program from me, your doctor of physical therapy. I am going to be there with you every step of the way on videos like this, detailing your movement like crazy so that you'll know that it's safe. You'll know that it's gonna get you those results you want to not only feel better, to look better, and start getting those healthy habits, because we need to start getting these healthy habits not only for our body but for our mind and for our work. It's going to boost your productivity, you're going to combat that brain fog, and you're actually going to have a better balance in your time, because once we start implementing these habits, we can really have that vision of what is most important to do. So if you want to be more productive and feel better, then it's time you start doing yoga for the executive. This is something that you can sign up for all ready to get on the wait list and be the first person to hear about this. So don't neglect your body. Don't be that person who has the hunchback. If this sounds intriguing to you, you don't want to miss this. This is pure gold and the best program I have ever created. It's 6 weeks long and all the content in there you are just going to love. It's incredible. So pause this video, sign up below on the wait list, and we're going to be hitting those goals tomorrow. I'll see you there. Namaste.